Here's another podcast from the Pod Bros Network.
Hello, everyone. We are back. It is a very, 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 very special episode today. We have a special guest in studio with us. And if you are a first-time listener and you have no clue what the show is, this is the Jean Claude Van Damme cast. How could you listen to this and not know what this show was?
That would be really weird.
It would.
You think the name really says it all?
I would assume so, but
not to be on the attack for our listeners, but come on.
I sometimes get us confused with NPR. So no, we have our buddy Dan in studio, and we are going to do something extremely special here. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us all about your being a fan of the Van Damme Nation?
Oh, my name is Dan. This is going to be my first ever podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be pretty awkward and require a lot of editing, I would imagine.
We'll cut all that out. Don't worry.
Yeah. So it'll just be my introduction. And
hello.
Silence
And
the rest.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for stopping by. That was great. You did a great job. It was absolutely wonderful.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I slightly flattered to be here based off of just a Facebook post saying that I found a Van Damme beer.
That's all it takes.
On the other side of the state.
That's right. That's right. It was alcohol that brought us all together.
It's true.
So this beverage has made a 4-hour journey to downriver for just this event.
Represent. I'm absolutely excited. When you posted you tagged us on Facebook about it, I saw the photo that they have, and I might have screamed like a little girl in excitement. Like that high pitch in my voice.
I showed everyone at work.
Yeah, we did the splits actually.
Involuntarily, it was extremely painful.
I have to get some corrective surgery now. Yeah, it's from Shorts, right?
It's from Shorts Brewing in Bel Air, Michigan.
That's where the Fresh Prince is from.
Yes. It's really a cultural epicenter when you put it that way.
Yeah. And the name of the beer that we are going to be trying it's a Belgian IPA called Van Dammage.
I think it might actually be called a Belgian White IPA, but I'd have to verify
Hey, this is a show for all colors here. So
we actually had to get that sorted out before he came on the show, so don't worry.
So yeah, I'm very excited about it. I don't know too much more information except for the fact that it's beer, that it has a sweet logo on it, and that it has Van Damme involved with it. I don't know if he knows, but who cares?
I'm sure if he knew, he'd
At least we get to taste this before he sues them.
Yes.
So, because we know Van Damme's a big listener of the show.
Yep.
I'd imagine so. I did some very brief research on it prior because I didn't want to sound like a complete buffoon. The oldest review I found on it was 6 years old, so apparently the beer is got some age on it. So
Wow.
Not this particular bottle, but just the beer in general. So
What do they say?
Just the point I was going to make was that I kind of was under the impression that it was a newer beer because I'd never heard of it.
Yeah.
And that I should possibly expect it to be in a store one day. But if we're 6 years into it and I still haven't seen it on the shelves, I'm not sure that it's available outside of the tap room.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Might be one of those where it is special. That's maybe their concerns about it. Like, you know what? We'll sell this at the tap room. We can't really put a label on it without paying him. I don't know. Who knows?
And that's probably a fair point because for anybody else that follows Shorts, they've also have a Street Fighter themed beer called Zangief's Bear Hug. But the label on that just shows him from the chest down, so you don't. There's no copyright
Chest
or
to
likeness.
penis level.
Yeah.
He gave me a bottle. I still have it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So the one thing anybody that's curious and would like to do any research on this beer, if you put it in a Google, please also add Shorts Brewing Van Dammage to it, because if you're searching for just Van Dammage, you will come to the exact same problem I did, where you're going to become aware that there is a male porn star by that same name.
Oh, that's where our reviews are going now. When all is said and done, we just get into porn reviews with Van Dammage.
That's kind of the end game that we're going for.
The whole shebang.
So maybe you've seen some of his films, but you just didn't recognize the name.
Yep. Oh, man.
Very talented actor.
Does he do the splits?
I did not go back and rewatch anything,
Okay.
but I'm sure he's capable. He had to get the name somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
He split all kinds of things, really.
So I guess enough of us talking, right? Should we just get into it then?
Should we just drink it all right away?
Just drink it.
That is fine with me.
Now the growler could possibly be flat.
Yeah, mine, the one that because I picked up the 32-ounce crowlers for you gentlemen, so those will likely be fresh because they're sealed. The growler, if anybody's familiar with those, this is the 64-ounce container. Most places will seal them. I didn't notice, possibly due to drinking all day, that they simply just put a cap on mine.
There you go.
And
Wished you the best.
as I opened it, I'm sure nobody missed the lack. There was no,
No.
release of carbonation when I opened it. So luckily, I've already had this on tap, so I know what it should taste like.
All right. So you can give us an even better review of what it tastes like on tap versus when it's just flat.
Horribly flat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that was left open in the refrigerator.
And I'm sure there's someone out there that just made a Van Damme joke about the later half of his career about being flat. But, hey, shame on you. Shame on you.
We don't go there.
Okay, so wow, I'm excited. So I thought we were all drinking out of the growler here. You actually
The cans are for
the
us.
cans are for us?
Cans are for
Sweetheart.
you,
Oh
gentlemen.
my gosh, Jeff. Since I'm holding a microphone right now, can you?
I can
Can
drink
you
both
do
the cans,
honors?
yes.
Drink both the cans for us. Oh, I forgot to tell you I don't drink anymore.
How does this, do you just pop it?
I mean, maybe you're
Yeah.
not old enough to drink if you can't figure it out.
Maybe I've already drank too much. What's happening? Dan, help.
All right.
See, now he's having trouble.
I'm just being delicate. I don't want to be accused of shaking up your beverage.
Oh, my eye.
That is a lot of beer.
Oh, yeah.
That is a lot. Thank you. Seriously, thank you
sweetheart.
so much.
You don't have to get through it all.
I think
I know I'm not going to get through mine.
I think you might get offended if I don't drink all of mine.
Yeah. Okay, so to show you guys that this is real and that this is, I should just post this on the I'm Thirsty episode too, since it's a beer review. Check out I'm Thirsty on podbros.com while you're there and you decide to do your shopping on Amazon after. Use our link. Doesn't cost you anything. Helps us out in the long run. If you really enjoy these episodes while we open these nice cold beers, patreon.com/podbros. There is a Jean Claude Van Damme cast tier there with a super secret episode that is absolutely amazing, but you can only hear it there. Okay, I think that's about enough.
Oh, yeah.
TEE.pub/LIC/podbros. Awesome shirts going on over there, and be on the lookout. We're getting very close to having one for the Jean Claude Van Damme cast.
I can't wait.
Okay, so you already smelled yours. I got to take a whiff of mine.
It smells very hoppy.
Oh yeah, that smells like an IPA.
It smells like it could do the splits in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, definitely. So should we just get into it then?
I already started.
No. Okay, so here's a toast. As we raise our glasses, thank you so much. Thank you, Shorts, for creating such a wonderful pun of a name. I am very excited for this. Thank you, Jean Claude Van Damme, our father, who art in Belgium. All right.
All right, chug.
Drink up.
Chin chin. You know, normally I'm not a fan of IPAs, but that's actually not nearly as harsh. I think the citrus flavor helps out a lot.
Yeah, dude. It has a very citrusy after flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
It'll have that hop taste that kind of pops around in your mouth a little bit, and then you expect the worst, but it never comes.
Yeah.
It's almost like kicking a banana tree over and over again, and your shin's hurting you really hard, but then by the end of it, you knock over that banana tree, and you feel accomplished.
Yes.
Just in one gulp.
Yes. That's a perfect analogy, really.
Oh my gosh. I really do enjoy that. I like IPAs too, so.
You would.
Well, that's where I'm at. Is I actually do not. As much craft beer as I consume, it kind of pains me that I don't enjoy IPAs because there's so many out there that
that
I have
seems to
friends that are obsessed with them and say this is the best beer I've ever had, and then I take a drink of it and I'm like, yeah, that tastes like a pine cone.
yeah, that tastes like an IPA. Thanks. Yeah, that's hoppy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just they're normally too bitter for me, too hoppy.
That's why I like them. It's just like my heart.
Then again, I drink Natty Daddies, so I really...
there's nothing wrong with having a cleaner palate like that. Than having a Natty Daddy, it's a nice cleanser.
It really is.
Right?
A couple 3 Natty Daddies, I mean, your palate is just cleansed.
So cleansed.
Son of a bitch. Let me try moving this really quick. I don't know what's causing that.
You?
Oh yeah, me bumping into it constantly. No, that was on a pivot point. That was okay.
And if you can't finish your beer either, you could always just do a second review episode of the other half after it's been open for a week.
This beer is still good. It's like second in command.
It's much better after a couple Natty Daddies.
So how's it taste flat? Is it flat? First off,
it is flat. It's still retaining a little bit of the carbonation, but like the flavor profile is there. And it doesn't lose any of that. It's one of those things that there's beers that are good enough that you can get over the fact that you don't have the satisfaction of the bubbles in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's like something that like Coke and Pepsi can't do.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then it just tastes like chemicals.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, the fruit and citrus hold up very well after this growler being in my refrigerator for a week. Unsealed. Thank you, Shorts.
Here you go.
Here you go, bud. I got him. No, this is actually really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to compare this to a Van Damme movie, what movie would you compare it to?
I think this is specifically for me then. Or
Everyone.
just
Everyone
anyone.
at
We'll all
the table.
answer.
Yeah, everyone. I'll try to think too. This is the beauty of editing.
I'm going to say Double Impact.
Why?
Because you expect one thing from it, but then it turns out to be the other Van Damme at the time.
Oh, nice.
It's much nicer and sweeter when you want it to be, but it can also be extremely tough.
I was going to say this reminds me of No Retreat, No Surrender because this can is so huge and I feel like I can't not drink it all. There's no retreat and there's no surrender. I have to finish it.
And it gets a little fruity towards the end of it.
It feels like I'm doing these weird sit-ups with the dude sitting on my lap while I'm doing it.
While he's eating an ice
While
cream.
he's suggestively eating an ice cream.
It's exactly what it's like to drink this
I love
beer.
you, Bruce Lee. I brought you your favorite flowers.
This is going to be tough for me because, and I hope I get invited back after making this statement, but I think I've only seen maybe 5 Van Damme movies. So,
Time out.
All right, we're back. He's watched all the Jean Claude Van Damme movies.
what was the one From Death that we watched?
Oh God, the one with the knee
Until
drilling.
Death?
Yeah,
Yes.
was that what the name of that film was?
Was that the name of the one that had the knee drilling?
Oh, no, that
Was
was...
it like Until Death? Or
No, that was the Chinaman.
Give him the fucking drill.
More editing. Dear Lord, what one was that?
I thought it was called Till Death or From Death.
Forrest Gump. That's
Oh
what it was.
yeah. I feel stupid now.
Stupid as stupid does, right?
When they were
That was right
both
before the knee
best-
drilling.
Yeah. When they're both best picture material. Where do you
Really?
go from there?
Oh, God. What was it?
If you just Google knee drill scene, you'll they probably won't say the name of the movie though.
Was that Enemy's Closer? No.
Just Google poorly lit Jean Claude Van Damme movie from the early 2000s.
Wake of Death.
Wake of Death? Was that
Wake
it?
of Death?
Look at him.
That's
Yeah,
the one that
dude.
looks correct.
Yep. That was it.
Did that even
Wake
have a
of Death?
boat in it? It had a boat in it, didn't it? I think like towards the end it had
I
a
think
boat.
so.
That was where the wake was.
All right. Pause. We got to watch it again. All right, and we're back. Yeah, tons of boats in it. Really,
So many
it
boats.
was actually just a big Great Lakes PSA
Yes.
for watching out about the wake zone. Really crazy.
It's an odd campaign, kind of a guerrilla campaign, really.
Yeah, it was weird. Jumping off bridges with the currents in the Detroit River. It's very educational.
The one nice thing about that, though, is that I've actually seen 6 Jean Claude Van Damme movies now that I think about it, because I'm like, Jean Claude Van Damme movies with death in the title. I'm like, sudden death? No. But that was an amazing film.
Death Warrant, Wake of Death, Death Railed, Blood Death, Never Death, No.
Never Surrender to Death.
Kick Death.
Yeah, you could just make up names with death in them, and I'd have to believe you at this point.
Oh, man. Assassination Death.
Oh, that was a good one.
6 Death. Pounds of Death.
Death Boxer 4.
Black Death. The Ex-Deathables.
I'd watch that.
Oh, I would too. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's it's a lot longer than I thought we were going.
Well, we're only halfway through the can.
I know, man. I would say halfway through. Maybe you. What would you give this on a scale of 1 to 10 Van Damme splits? This beer.
I'd probably give it a good 7.
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, I don't like IPAs, but I do enjoy it, so it's got to count for something.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, if I can drink this, it's tasty. I'd probably grab a second one if I was at a bar. But yeah, I'd give it a 7 or an 8, which is insane for IPAs. This is like the best one I've ever had by far because I'm actually enjoying it.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say let's call this a slot machine because I think we got 7s all around, baby.
Oh, yeah, triple 7s.
It's good though. I really enjoy it. I think it's
you can drink
nice.
it quick too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I like about it. If you wanted to, you could.
I wonder if ours is less carbonated because it doesn't seem that carbonated to me.
No, it doesn't.
Although it is definitely sealed when we opened it.
Yeah. I was gonna say when you had
it was actually kind of hard to open.
Did it taste similar, like to what you have, or did it?
The one at the tap room did have more carbonation in it. It was one of those hoppier beers that when it gets poured and placed in front of you, there's a good 1.5 to 2 inches of foam at the top, and you just wait for it to settle.
Yeah.
So it poured like any other IPA.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
Oh,
cool.
yeah. It doesn't leave a horrific bitter aftertaste in your mouth.
No, it doesn't, man.
Like most IPAs do for me.
Like Derailed. All right. Dan, thank you so much, man. Seriously.
Oh, yeah, we owe you.
Oh, it's not a problem. I was glad I was able to get it down here in one piece. DUI free.
I guess in return we're going to have to show him the Dammage.
Yep.
Should I be concerned?
Well,
touch.
It involves a cave and a bowl and bare hands.
Mm-hmm.
Had me at bowl.
You gotta manhandle a bowl with your bare hands.
Yeah, man. I hope you can do it.
Well, I got a lot of beer to get through. So
Oh yeah,
that's the spirit.
That's the spirit of the Van Damme Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So thank you guys for listening to this very special episode. We hope you enjoyed that. It's kind of off the rails a little bit than what we usually do. Another derailed joke. Oh man,
it's gotta be at least 5.
I was gonna say this is the most derailed jokes in an episode.
It's the most derailed references any human being's ever made since a movie.
Episode's derailed. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I would say try to go out and find this beer, but I know you can't.
Unless you live right next to it.
Yeah, really. If you're in Michigan and you're on the west side of the state, go right ahead. Try it out. We definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I'd grab another one if I'm ever in the area.
Yeah, definitely. Me too. Other than that, thank you so much. I am John.
I am Jeff.
And I'm Dan.
And you have been listening to another episode of the Jean Claude Van Damme cast. I don't have anything witty to say. I'm going to finish this now.